Good morning and welcome to vlog 32. My name's Steve and this is the superBRICKS channel. I'm an online Lego reseller. Hopefully you'll find these vlogs interesting, and if you do, please do subscribe. Don't forget, we're in a challenge with Noah from the Brick Shed over in Australia in the race to get to 1,000 subscribers. So it really does help if you do subscribe, if you're not already a channel member. Right, let's get on with this week's vlog. So, as per normal, let's just have a quick look at the store and see where we are. So, currently 401,547 parts in the store. Now that's down only by 140 on last week, helped along by adding it was just under 1,800 parts that came in from some orders that we'd placed last week. Lot count 13,848. That's only down by 22. So not too bad. We've managed to replenish pretty much what we've sold. In terms of feedback, we're still at 99.9%. Don't think that's going to change for ages. But orders, 9,355. So that's 35 orders done in the past week. Our feedback score now is 5,191. And that's up by 20. So not too bad. 20 feedback, 35 orders. That's pretty good going. YouTube, well, we're at 731. That's an increase of 14 over last week, and like I just said in the intro, we are in a race with Noah from the Brick Shed. Now we are quite far behind. I think the last time I checked he was over 800. Let me just see if I can find him. Yeah, there we go. This is Noah from the Brick Shed. Get the zoom the right way around. He's at 861. So we are quite far behind. If anyone's got any ideas of how to get to 1,000 quicker than Noah, I'm all ears. Right. Next thing, orders from the weekend. Let's have a quick look. Just the 10 orders, I think, which I've already picked. And here they are. I got a couple more in just overnight. Largest orders was this one, but again, just lots of parts. One of these Ninjago spinner things, I think they are. Put a minifigure in the middle, I think. Oh, do you know what? Actually, I don't know. I never could work out how they worked. I was never really into Ninjago. A couple of the 16x16 plates and some Technic pieces. We've got some minifigure torsos and legs in that order. And that's about it. 3 of the orders were on BRICKS, about 27 pounds worth, just over 20 lots, and the rest of them were BRICKLink. There we go, 65 pounds worth. Let me just see if I can slide this across again. Don't get too far. There we go, 108 lots over on BRICKLink. So not bad, but not brilliant considering it is the sort of last weekend of the month. So today's the last day of March and the final week of the tax year. So bit of a priority this week will be, well, after tomorrow, getting the March accounts up to date, and then just working out how much I probably want to be spending on either stock or replenishing supplies before the end of the tax year. Yeah, and this week's actually going to be a short week. I'm away at the weekend. So I will finish filming on Friday and try and get the vlog produced. So it will be a shorter an even shorter vlog than last week, possibly. Apologies on last week's vlog, actually. When I was producing it yesterday, I realised that I already knew that I'd lost a day's worth of footage, but then I discovered we'd lost another day. So if it doesn't quite make sense, it's because I think we've missed Tuesday. I was just having problems with the microphone, so I'm not quite sure what was happening, but yeah, apologies for that. We lost a couple of days. Anyway, so start of a new week. We had our Bricklink and BRICKS meeting last night, which again was really good. Another good turnout and lots of good conversation, and a bit of a laugh, really. But there's lots to take from these meetings. Lots of ideas get shared, lots of experiences get talked about. So if you are a Bricklink seller and you do want to come along, just come and join the Facebook group, and the details get published every month. The meeting's on the last Sunday of each month at the moment. So yeah, really good chat, and really good to get involved with. Right, so I'm going to crack on and get these orders packed, and then I've got a bit of housekeeping to do. I do think I need to tidy up a little bit in here, but let's get cracking. Good morning, it's Tuesday, and just the 5 orders that have come in yesterday afternoon and last night. This first one's got a few of the superheroes theme minifigures. There's a diver and a couple of others. These are used ones. There we go. And then the second order also had some minifigures, but these were all city ones, and again all used. We've got a couple of construction workers and a police officer. There we go there. The other 3 orders, sort of general parts. This was the largest order that we had, and this was actually on BRICKS. Lots of variety of parts in there, and just some plates there. So in terms of value, there we go on BRICKS. That's the £27.50 order, the large one I just showed you. But 87 lots in that one, which was great. And then over on Bricklink, there's those 3 orders, £36 in total. It's a good value. We've met the £50 target, so I'm happy about that. Right, yesterday. So yesterday I finished off fixing my BrickStore file from that corruption that I mentioned. I think it was in last week's vlog. There was, yeah, basically all the uploading I did through part of January, all of February, had all been lost, shall we say. So obviously I've kept all the files from all the individual uploads. It was just a matter of going through every single part in those lists and removing them or updating the quantities in the main file. But that's now done, and it just means that my working file now is back up to date and hopefully is accurate, and that's the main thing. I also delivered a very quick update to Brickmetrics, just something simple. If you've forgotten your password, you can now reset it. I had done all the coding for it, I'd done all the work for it, but just missed the link. I didn't put the link on the login page, so schoolboy error, but it's there now. And it's fully tested and working, so just a quick release yesterday. That meant sort of in the afternoon I managed to start working through one of the minifigure used containers. So I'm working through that at the moment. I'm just creating the BrickStore file for that. But today is the beginning of the month, which means we've got invoices to pay, Brick Freedom, Bricklink, BrickOwl, get all of that done. And it also means I can now complete the March accounts, and that gives me, what, 6 days left? Well, the rest of this week for the end of financial year. So I've got that to do as well, and I can see that that might take up the rest of the day. but I've also got to go and do some work on the car and get it ready for the weekend, because we'll be driving across the country, and I don't really want to do that unless the car's been checked over. Tyres is what I'm talking about. So we'll get all these orders packed, off to the post office, and another busy day ahead. Let's get cracking. So it's Tuesday afternoon, and I've just had this order come in, 52 lots, 1,624 items, but the value you can see there is £81, which is absolutely fantastic and a really nice surprise. Now the order came in just before 2 o'clock, and with the school run about 3, I thought I will have a go and try and pick it, and thankfully I managed to do it. But this is the aftermath. The office is now looking like a bomb site. I've got empty boxes everywhere. You can see on my desk empty or part empty trays from grabbing all the pieces. I wasn't able to film the order. I was literally producing the label just as I needed to set off for the school run. So there was lots of quantity, so lots of 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s of the same part. So it's just a sort of time job just to count them out. I do have a set of scales over there, but sometimes with those sort of quantities it's easier just to count them up by hand, which is what I've done in this particular case. I've also had the Disney Castle returned through East Midlands Lego hire, so that needs checking and putting away. You can see I've just got rubbish everywhere, and I went to grab, you know, boxes off the top, and they fell over and knocked things over, and all sorts of stuff's happened. And that was when I was halfway through sorting out the accounts. These are just the paper receipts and invoices from BRICKLink purchases and a couple of eBay ones and things like that. So I'm just tying all of those together. So I'm a little bit behind on that now, but the weather is so good, and it's really warm in here today. The office always gets the sunlight throughout the day, and it feels like a bit of a greenhouse in here. It's really warm today. So, well, I do fancy going sitting in the garden for a bit, but I think I do need to have a bit of a tidy up in here, and you know, get the room back to some sort of state. Good morning, it's Wednesday, and another great start to a month. Obviously we did that £80 order yesterday afternoon, and these are the orders that have come in since. So we've had 7 more. One of them is on BRICKS, which was £12, 5 lots. But over on BRICKLink, we've got the other 6 valued at £47. So a cracking start to the month. I'm really pleased about that. What have we got? Well, we've got a set of instructions here with some minifigures. There's a Spider-Man in there. We've got a couple of Ninjago figures, and I think this one was another Ninjago figure. Brand new, that one. The other 2 are used. And then the other orders are sort of general parts orders, including this one just for a couple of tiles, but we have no minimum order in the store, so all orders are welcome. There you go. Again, just sort of general parts. I don't really want to start rooting through them all. So what's on the agenda for today? Well, I made a really good start into completing the monthly accounts for the BRICKLink and BRICKS side of the business, and BrickMetrics. So the other part I have to do is East Midlands Lego hire. So still a bit more paperwork on my desk that I need to go through and get sorted. So that's going to be, I think, most of the day getting that ready and finished off. I remember I choose to do it this way so that I have a rough idea, and it is only rough, a rough idea of my tax liability for next year. So for January, when I actually do my tax return, I have an idea of approximately how much tax I'm going to have to pay. And it gives me several months then just to sort of save up some cash to pay that amount. Okay, I think that's about it. I do have some sets to sort out for East Midlands Lego Hire as well. And of course then we're prepping for the weekend away. So like I said at the start, it'll be a short video this week, but still lots of things to get on with and get done and completed. So let's get cracking. Good morning, it's Thursday, and we start the day off with quite a bit of packing. So yesterday and last night we had 3 orders come through on BRICKS, but as you can see, one order had 106 lots. So that did take a little bit of time picking. And over on BRICKLink, we've got another 4 orders, and the lot count over here was another 50. Move that across, but 640 parts. If I zoom out, these are the orders, and you can see the amount of trays that this one's taken. This was the large order from BRICKS, but we've got this order here at the back where the customer's ordered 100 tyres, all brand new, which is obviously great to see going out. And then lots of these. There's some black, and I think there was some light bluish grey in there as well. But really good quantities. Cleared me out of quite a few parts, including these. About 140 of those have gone, which is great. It just proves, you know, a lot of people say parts will sell eventually, and it's, you know, these are parts that don't often sell for me, so it's really good to see them going. Got an order here at the back with a sticker sheet, and then what looks like some Speed Champion parts. We've got a windscreen in there and some wheels. I can put that down there. Oh, I can't grab that easily enough. And there's the sticker sheet. I think it's a Star Wars set. And the rest of the orders, I think sort of general parts. There was a whole variety of parts in that one. We do have this one order here with the Darth Vader in. There he is, SW1249, and some other smaller Technic parts in there, and a lightsaber as well. So take a little bit more time this morning to get these packed up, so I have started a little bit earlier than I normally would. Now yesterday I was working on East Midlands Lego Hire, and I'm pretty up to date now. In fact, both with the BRICKLink and BRICKOwl BrickMetrics, I just need to put in April sales, which I can do on Monday, and the same with East Midlands Lego Hire. It's just a matter of updating the sales for six days, and final touches to all the spreadsheets, and then I'll have that sort of magic rough figure of my tax liability. So that's all looking good. That's all looking good, and I'm pleased that finally I'm coming to the end of doing all of that. Next year, different. I don't want to go through what I've just been going through again. So next year I'll do it slightly differently. The office itself, well, it's starting to look a little bit tidier, but as you can see here, all of these part empty trays, and that's just from those sort of large orders these last couple of days. So it's creating lots of space there, which is great, because I think once I get clear of Monday next week, I think starting Tuesday, I've got to get back on the uploading. I really do. I know that the last sort of couple of weeks has been a bit, you know, it's just a bit boring really. I've just been picking orders, and then there's been all this other stuff going off, and I've always just pushed the listing to the sort of lowest priority, and I need to get back on that, and start, you know, working out, is it going to be clearing the desk? Is it going to be putting away like an old order? Is it going to be Brick Arena stock? Is it going to be parting out? And, you know, I've always said I like to do a bit of variety. I don't want to just get stuck doing the same thing over and over again. I like to do different bits at different times to make sure that, you know, none of this becomes boring for me. The other thing I just wanted to quickly show again, I've talked about Brickseller Hub before, but another listing came in overnight, and if you've not heard of Brickseller Hub, where have you been? So Brickseller Hub is a sort of marketplace for selling your Bricklink or Brickhouse store. It's global, and these are just some of the listings that are there, all over the world, different places, different size stores, different values. You can sell your used bulk, your new, all sorts of stuff, and it's really worth checking out if A, you want to sell your store, or B, you want to buy a store. It's a really easy process to follow. You make contact with the seller, you agree a price and the terms, and then details get swapped and you can go and pick up your stuff. So really easy to use, and lots of success stories from it. And yeah, check it out. If you've not seen it, go and have a look. It's free to register as a seller or a buyer, so definitely worth having a look. Right, so that's me. What time are we on? We're coming up to 7 o'clock. Yeah, just coming up to 7 o'clock. So let's get on with the packing, and we'll get these orders off to the post office. Good morning, it's Friday, and for me this is the end of the week, and we've had 10 orders come in yesterday afternoon and overnight, including 6 on Brick Owl, which is quite amazing, to be quite honest. More orders on Brick Owl than Bricklink for like the first time in however long. I can't remember the last time that ever happened, really. But some good orders, some good order value as well. So if I just zoom in, so there you go, there's the 6 orders, including a 57 lot order that came in overnight. So that was a welcome surprise this morning. And over on Bricklink, there's the 4 orders. I think one of these was quite large as well. 33 lots, but 50 lots in total. And you can see there £53 on Bricklink, and I think it was about 40, I think, on Brick Owl. So well achieved the daily target. So we'll get those packed up shortly and off to the post office. Now then, the rest of the morning, I'm only working the morning today, so I will be producing the vlog and getting that uploaded, so it's ready for Sunday. Like I said at the beginning of the week, I'm off this weekend. I'm away with the family to celebrate a very special birthday. So if you are watching, happy birthday, Rita. Right, so the office is still looking a bit of a mess. I did manage to do a bit of work on a brick store file yesterday. I'm starting to work my way through these used containers from Brick Arena, and I've got to make them all fit down there. So there's quite a few that need to be got rid of. You can see there's just far too many to fit. So what I'm doing is I'm condensing them down to make more use of the space. It is going to make picking a little bit trickier because there's going to be more in each of the sections, but I don't really have a choice. So yeah, I managed to spend a little bit of time on that yesterday afternoon. It's not quite finished, so I won't be able to upload it this week. And I'm hoping that this weekend, clear my head, start next week, new financial year, like I said, bit of paperwork to sort out first thing, and then really get cracking. I've got lots to achieve. I might have a think about what targets I want to achieve. You know, do I want to go parts? Do I want to go lot count? Who knows? I'll have a think. So, apologies that this week is a bit short and a bit short on content. I'm hoping that that'll all change next week. If there is anything you want me to cover, please drop a comment below. Let me know. I get very conscious that it's just picking orders. So if there's anything you want to know about how I do things, let me know. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I feel like we're falling behind the Aussies quite a lot. Noah's subscriber count has increased quite dramatically, so he's done a good job somehow. Well done, Noah. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all next week.